What ACCA option paper at the strategic professional level should you select? Well, you're in the right place. You have two qualified ACCA members who have been through the highs and the lows of those option papers, and we're going to walk and talk you through everything we were thinking and why we selected the particular papers on there. But Gaurav, feel free to introduce yourself to the lovely viewers.
Thank you, James, for your time. I selected the advanced taxation paper and the advanced audit paper.
Yeah.
Based on a few reasons. Number one is that I had sat the F8 paper, which was I think the junior level paper, the audit and assurance paper, the F8 paper.
Yeah.
And I had sat TX paper. I think all the students have to sit these papers, mandatory to sit these papers. I actually enjoyed tax a lot. Audit was quite a struggle, but I enjoy tax a lot. And the second reason why is because of the my job role, working in the family business. We are a chartered accountancy practice, and we deal with clients where we have to provide an audit for, and obviously a majority of our clients we have to provide taxation services for. So those are the main reasons why I selected the advanced papers for taxation and audit.
Yeah.
But as we know that these two papers, they have the lowest pass rates as well. So
well, give or take, they are slightly they change based on each sitting. Historically, it's always, for your notes guys to get down, it's the advanced audit and assurance paper and advanced performance management on their APM have the lower ones, and then advanced financial management and advanced taxation have the slightly higher pass rate. They're at about 40%. AAA or APM have about 30%.
In the 30s.
Yeah, exactly.
I think in the June thing I just saw now for advanced audit insurance, the pass rate was 34%. I mean, so, that's quite low.
So
I actually spoke to a lot of tutors and a lot of like a lot of resources online, and they expected the pass rate to jump because of the professional skills part of the exam, but they are in fact consistent with previous sittings, or maybe they are lower than previous sittings, but don't know. I mean, these exams are tough still. So
indeed. Well, you talked about the sort of areas that you're working. Mine's exactly the same. I did advanced taxation, advanced audit and assurance. I worked in practice, company returns, all these sort of things. But if you're going to pick APM, I'm thinking more sort of if you're in a management accounting role, just to sort of generalize it. AFM, if you're sort of maybe thinking about wealth management in the future, that's the sort of, again, generalized sort of area to become a financial manager on there, financial controller. Overall, these are the sort of things of, if you're thinking if your career is going to go in a different direction, that would be another inkling to maybe select one over the other. What do you think, Gaurav?
Well, for myself, I had to do the advanced audit paper because in order to become, I think, a certified practitioner for audit, you have to do this exam. And if you don't do this exam, you have to sit another exam after that. So for myself, I had to do this advanced exam, and for tax as well. I mean, I learned a lot of stuff in my job role, which actually helped me throughout my exam as well. I did quite well in advanced taxation after sitting it quite a few times, but eventually I did get quite a good mark in it. But I think your job role helps as well. So if you are in that field, pretty much makes sense to do those types of exams. These two stuck out for me because that's my day in, day out job.
Yeah. Here's a question then, because I was a sort of umming and ahhing when I failed advanced audit, but I didn't work in audit at the time, and it's one of those where you go, should I change to another one? I know with advanced audit and assurance, you basically had to do it. You could have wiggled your way around advanced taxation. Did you ever consider changing?
It's actually a good topic you brought up, because I failed, although we do audits in our job. It doesn't mean that you're going to succeed in the exam itself. It does help, it does contribute, but it doesn't mean that you're going to pass the exam. But I did fail the advanced audit exam quite a few times. And one of my lecturers, he actually said to me that, look, you're doing the right things. You're doing the homeworks. You're doing the mock exams. You're answering everything on time. You're doing it to the clock. Just maybe this exam isn't for you. I mean, you might have all the knowledge and stuff, but maybe the exam just isn't for you. I mean, I've marked your mock exams, you're doing really well in them, but in the actual day, something just might be going wrong. So in my head, I was thinking, shall I carry on with this audit exam? I failed it so many times. But then again, I thought, I can't give up now. I mean, I've come so far, and I'm looking at my future as well, in my family business. I can't give up now. So I messaged him back and I said, look, here are the reasons why I just can't give this up. I mean, let's go at this one more time together. Please help me just for the final time. If I give up, then I've done everything on my own terms.
Yeah.
And I'll surrender at the end of the day. So we went through this and we did more questions together, did a few more mock exams together, and finally managed to scrape through in the last sitting for June. But yeah, I think the key is just believing in yourself. Consistency is key as well. I mean, it's so easy to give up. Like anyone can just throw in the towel. I mean, one weekend you can just have a bad weekend and just like throw in the towel. Like the exam might be around the corner and you might just attend the exam. But
been there. I know.
I've been there so many times that where like I had one bad weekend and just think like it's the end, like I can't revise anymore.
The only other consideration, which when I did an ACCA webinar, a few people asked me like, what should I do? It was also the consideration of how they got on in the sort of the old F papers, you know, just the basic audit and assurance exam, the basic tax exam, the basic FM exam, or the basic PM exam. Have a look at your marks, how you got on for those 4 exams on there. If you did it at university, you got an exemption, just think back to it, how you got on those as well. And then just actually have an honest conversation to yourself and go, which ones did I actually really enjoy?
Exactly. Because just to add on that, the advanced papers are obviously just an advanced version of the basic papers that we did at the F level. So for example, audit and assurance at F8, the content is pretty much the same in advanced paper, but it's a lot more depth, it's a lot more detail. The knowledge itself, lecturers tell you it's the same topics we're going to cover, but in a lot more depth and a lot more detail. So topics are similar, but just like it's a lot more hours are needed, a lot more dedication is needed to it. But there are similar topics.
It's a case of lots of students go into it with a sort of expectation like, oh yeah, you know, I've passed SPR maybe before this or these sort of things. And then they don't realize the jump as you go up to it. It's just
exactly
take over
the jump is just unreal. Like, and they actually say that the advanced papers are the equivalent of an MBA level. So that's how difficult it is. I mean, you're doing like MBA difficulty type paper, exams. So you are at that level as well. I mean, it's a huge jump from the foundation to the professional level.
Indeed. And the only other thing which came up recently, which I'm sure you're resonating, is sort of when you actually tactically take the option papers as well. So I always advise students to make sure you've done SBR, strategic business reporting, before you go on and do advanced audit and assurance or any of the other exams, because that is the real foundation that then goes on to
just to add to that point, James. I think it's SBR you do before your advanced audit exam, because in 100%. SBR you learn a lot of the accounting treatments. That's what they recommend, because a lot of the advanced audit exam, the risk question, which is like, I think it's about 30% of your exam, 30 marks out there, 20 to 30 marks of your exam is based on accounting treatments, and you learn the accounting treatments in SBR. So it's actually important to juggle which order you do the exam sittings in as well. Doing SBR first and before your advanced audit exam is quite important. It's actually very important to do that first.
100%. And again, it just shows that sort of step up. And lots of students say to me, "Oh, James, but why don't I just do SBR along with advanced audit assurance?"
If you've got a lot of time and a lot of hours dedicated towards that, but it's still doing 2 exams at the same time. I actually know a student that did that and he did pass both. So it is possible, but it involves a lot of time.
It's how much you're willing to sacrifice. It's how much available time. But for me, my advice is to students: you've got 4 sittings now. I used to have to do it. We only had 2 sittings.
And
you go just do one at a time, fully focus in. And I'm actually quite glad I had to go and resit advanced tax and advanced audit again, because it really made me understand all the little details and getting a really good pass mark versus
but it also important is obviously picking the right lecturer as well, and you have to have to do the homework, you have to do the mock questions, you have to do the past exam questions, you have to read the articles, examine the reports, examine the feedback, even resources like examiner answers of what students did do well in, which didn't do well, their sample answers. It applies to all of the four optional papers. I mean, you have to go through the day. It's not just doing past exams. You have to do the whole exercise of what I just mentioned before. It's not just sitting the past papers. You have to get the complete package.
Exactly. Exactly.
I did. Yeah, I only did the past papers at some of the sittings that I failed at, and then until I realized like there's so many free resources online. Even your content helped as well. Your YouTube videos, honestly, they helped a lot.
Oh,
your guidance, they helped a lot. Especially with back then it was called P7. I think you did a video on P7. Now it's called AAA. You did a video on P7, which helped a lot. I mean, I didn't know there was a lot of free articles or free websites online which you can just go through the free exam.
Yeah, exactly. And if we will have students here who are going, James, I'm really not sure about all four of them as to which one I should go for. I say to students, just go on to the ACCA website, have a look at the external examiner's report from the last time it was done. And honestly, it will just take you through all the sort of core topic areas that if you were to do it, this will sort of come up, where the students make mistakes, what sort of areas it will be covering. And that will save you so much hassle because it will put your mind at rest on there for it. And then who knows, Gaurang, then students may actually go on to enjoy the process to actually get it sorted. But
also the key is obviously, I think we mentioned before this, sorry, it's just when you're actually revising and studying, when you're typing out your answers, you must use the online platform, the CBE platform. Like that is the key. That will help you with your time management. That will help you with embedding the whole factor of this exam is now computer based. You have to use a computer for this. I know back in the day it was handwritten. I was actually doing that error because I failed quite a few times about years ago, and I was doing the error where we had to handwrite the answers, and then it all moved to CBE. And I think CBE is a lot better than handwriting the answers, especially from the examiner's point of view as well. I mean, they see so many different handwritten scripts, hard to read. I mean, CB would be a lot easier for them as well. So.
Indeed. Well, I think we've covered lots of considerations, pass marks, working conditions, future career prospects, which ones you've enjoyed at the F paper on there. Are there any other final words of wisdom, Gaurang, to share with the students who've watched to this point now to hopefully get them over the line, get them picked?
Yeah, I mean, just final thoughts are, I mean, you know what job roles that you're in. I mean, maybe dedicate the advanced papers to that job role that you're in. Look at your past marks for the junior level, for the foundation paper marks, and maybe based on that, if you're good at some subject areas, pick that exam in the advanced level that represents the foundation level. And the key is just to trust yourself, believe in yourself, and just trust the process. I mean, you'll all be fine at the end of the day. Put in the hours, put in the work. Sacrifice is the key as well. I mean, you'll be fine. I mean, these pass rates are low for a reason because not everyone can pass these exams because they're so hard. I mean, look at the pass rates to back that up as an example. I mean, but people still are getting through these exams because they work hard, they focus, they dedicate towards these exams, and eventually you get through them.
Exactly. Yeah. One of my old tutors, all he used to say was, "Look, James, just plan the work and then work the plan." I was like, it's quite a good way of thinking about it, isn't it? It's on there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. Leave us a comment below which exam you're planning on doing, or if you've got any other sort of final questions for Gaurang and myself. Of course, as always, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the free videos. And who knows, you could be joining me on the channel one day, just like Gaurang. So thank you so much as well for joining me today, Gaurang, and all your advice.
Thank you very much, James. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a
Lovely.
pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Have a great day and good luck with your exam. Cheers.